Welcome everyone, you have made it to the Tarot Magicians channel. My name is Ricky and today I bring you another pick a card tarot reading. Now this one is a very interesting one. It's one that I haven't done in a while. Your spirit guides have an urgent message for you. And if you're new to pick a cards, the process is very simple. In front of you there are three groups. I'm going to use the Doors Oracle for this one. And it's up to you to pick one of these three doors that you want to walk through. Connect with your spirit guides, let them guide you and see exactly what they're trying to tell you. And pick whichever door aesthetically pleases you, pick whichever door you feel most drawn to. Once you've done that, I am going to include the link or the timestamps in the description below so that you can just fast forward to your groups. And while we're talking about this, I do want to bring to light that there is an incredible amount of scammers out there. Please be careful. I've had people reach out to me telling me that there's impersonators that have created accounts and they're reaching out to people asking for money and stuff like that. Please, that is not me. I only accept the private readings through my website. That is going to be in the link below. I will never reach out to you directly. All right. So again, pick your door and then check the timestamps so that you can be connected with the group. Welcome, group number one. You picked the very beautiful, I guess I call this the Buddha door. You picked the Buddha door. And behind the Buddha door, we have a message of offerings. Let's go ahead and zoom out real quick. Zoom out, zoom out. We're going to throw more cards, get into it. You have a message of offerings here. Abundance lies in the heart that allows. Share more than expected and see love come around. A very karmic lesson, right? Give more than you are essentially taking, and you will receive more. Very powerful message, especially for this new age of unfortunate self-absorption, right? It's all me, me, me. So yeah, if you want to receive love, you have to give more of that love. You want to receive more of a genuine connection, you have to be genuine yourself. If you want to receive more communication, you have to communicate more, right? And anything that you put out into the world, you are going to be receiving at this time. So that's your very first message from your spirit guides. For some reason, I'm seeing someone right now just kind of stuck indoors, not really going out much, and then kind of wondering why, they're so alone, or it's like you have to step out of your comfort zone. It's a very difficult thing to do, but sometimes it's what's necessary, right? We can ask our spirit guides to guide us, to lead us to where we want to go, but unfortunately we have to be willing to drink from that water when the opportunities are presented to us, and there's opportunity everywhere, right? So what we're going to go ahead and do, I'm an intuitive reader, okay? So I just kind of go with the flow. I'm just going to start throwing cards and telling you exactly what I see, all right? I'm just going to let your spirit guides talk to me, connect with the images that they are presenting, and I will communicate those images to you, all right? So we're going to start by throwing two tarot cards. This is from, I was going to tell you the name, the Enchanted Soul deck. Here we go. So these are the things that are essentially coming to you, and potentially what the things that you have to overcome as well. We have here Three of Coins. Let me move this deck out of the way. Yeah, over here. All right, so Three of Coins. This is a very beautiful, beautiful omen for these times. We have here teamwork, assistance, asking for help, mentors, apprentice, learning, study. I love these tarot cards because they bring the keywords at the bottom. Now it's upright, so we have here a very, very beautiful message, right? Almost a divinatory message telling you of what is coming. We have here ants that are working together, bringing value, adding value to this community. And so it goes so well with the Buddha door, right? Because the message of the Buddha door, again, is to, hey, if you want something, you have to give that thing that you want, and then you will receive it in return, right? So teamwork, assistance, wonderful keywords. Now the second card is the Five of Swords, and this card is a bit more ominous. We've got here conflict, struggle, we've got fighting, and the cops are just passing by, which just adds a little more intrigue to the reading and this moment right now. So, we've got aggression, we've got bullying, we've got intimidation, we've got abuse, and we've got the cops in the background with their woo woo woo. So, my goodness, right? What a moment right there. I feel like your spirit guides are telling you that you have to get rid of this conflict. And I know it's easier said than done, but what I am seeing here is character assassination, number one. Character assassination comes when you're just talking badly about people behind their backs. Here we have a woman who has just backstabbed that poor man so terribly, right? He's heartbroken, he's having trouble recuperating, and all she's doing is grinning. She's just having so much fun with this, right? She's just having the time of her life. Very insidious kind of energy. And so you're being asked to avoid that, because if you succumb to this kind of energy, if you're constantly speaking badly of people behind their backs, if you're constantly being a force of reckoning, then that is what you are going to attract. That is what you are going to receive. You are not special just because you earn more money, or just because you maybe have a business and you think you're killing it and you think you're giving back. You're not. No, you're nothing. Seriously. You have to try and be as pure as you possibly can be with the people around you, because those are the ones that are truly, truly, truly in need of your help. Those are the ones that essentially your spirit guides have brought to you so that you can truly liven up their lives, so you can truly transform their lives. Those are the ones that are truly important for you personally. Now, I'm not saying that your work isn't wonderful. I'm not saying that you're not benefiting the world. I'm not saying that you're not a superstar. I am not saying that. What I am saying is that you have a responsibility. And that's kind of what your spirit guides want to bring to light, right? Again, we go right back to it. Teamwork, assistance, asking for help, a mentor. A lot of the people that pick this group are mentors, which is probably why you were drawn to the Buddha energy, right? You are mentors, you're light workers, you're people that motivate, you're people that inspire greatness. You bring out the light in others. You do it through your content, you do it through your creation. That is some beautiful stuff right there. But for some reason, when it comes to your personal relationships, there's conflict, there's struggle, there's issues. And the thing is that if you keep doing that, karmically, you're going to keep attracting that. So, if you've been wondering what the heck is going on, why ain't I getting this? Why ain't I manifesting this? Why? Well, it's because of this. You have to bring it, just got to bring it around. Full circle. Have to try and change who you are at this moment, mentally, emotionally, so that you can attract what you want, right? Stop being so abusive. Stop bullying people. Stop trying to have this energy of I'm better than you, I'm defeating you, and I want you to know just how better I am. It's like you have nothing to prove. Your work speaks for itself. So stop trying to prove yourself. It's kind of what I'm seeing. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and keep this going. Let's see. I'm trying to decide which tarot cards to use. Yeah, we're going to use this one. Remember, guys, I am an intuitive reader. I'm just flowing here. I am just throwing cards. There is nothing planned. I am stepping into complete disorder and chaos and trying to create order out of it. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle, and we're going to ask your spirit guides to give us insight, understanding, and more information on what is to come. All right. So give us a little more information, spirit guides, for group number one. What is coming for them? What's going on? What are they desirous of? And what do they need at this time to receive from you? All right, so for a lot of you, we have new relationships coming, right? New relationships coming. So I feel like, what we have here with the King of Cups reversed and the Ace of Cups upright and then the Three of Cups upright, what we have is an energy of new people coming into your life, a new relationship, someone who's going to be very substantial. But here's the thing, the King of Cups reversed, right, came out right next to the Five of Swords with the conflict and the struggle and the fighting. And the Ace of Cups upright came out right next to the Three of Coins, right, upright. So what is this saying? Well, this is giving you a little more information. I think your spirit guides really want to focus in and hone in on this one message that I'm perceiving and that I picked up on in the very beginning, and really cement the point that in order for you to truly attract what you want, you have to shift and change. The energy of the Five of Swords is going to attract a King of Cups reversed. All right, this is what you are manifesting if you dwell in the Five of Swords. And so also one thing that I just saw was you associating with people like this. If you are associating with people like this, you're being asked to leave them immediately. These people are not good for you, right? And you know the type. It's the people that start talking badly about others as soon as you start hanging out with them, or as soon as you come around them. They start putting others down, or it's just you know the vibes. Okay, I don't even have to like go down this road with you. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So, anyways, with the King of Cups reversed, when it comes to love and romance, you're essentially attracting a psycho if you dwell in the Five of Swords energy. You're attracting someone who's non-committal, but the fact that it's a king adds a layer of deceit. It adds a layer of insidiousness, right? So it's important for you to address this issue that you're having. If you can't help yourself, right? If you are someone who just is constantly influenced by others and their way of being, and they're talking badly of others behind your back. And trust me, I come from a culture that loves to do this. This is like the fun thing that my culture likes to do, right? Because we don't want to focus on ourselves, we want to focus on others. It's important for you to move away, maybe be alone for a while, right? And the reason why I say be alone for a while also is because of the Ace of Cups reverse. Here's a new energy, not just new relationships, new friendships, but it's a new kind of energy all around. It's an energy of just being by yourself. It's an energy of falling in love with yourself first, filling your cup up first so that you can fill someone else's cup, right? Also, there is another message that I'm picking up on here. A lot of you have succumbed to the energy of a King of Cups reversed. And I think it's this King of Cups reversed that has turned you into this Five of Swords, that has turned you into this conflictive person who loves to fight and is aggressive, right? And, it's almost intimidating and maybe even abusive to some extent. If you have been influenced by a King of Cups reversed, I think that it's time for you to let this person go. And you know exactly who they are. Sometimes we stay in relationships a little too long. And sometimes it's an attachment thing. It's not really a thing of, well, I want to forgive and I want to forget. And I think love is, an energy of forgiving. And not really. No, not fully. Okay. Sometimes there's people that are just destructive forces, and the only way to deal with them is to get rid of them. Okay. And I feel like for a lot of you, if this resonates with you, if you're going through this energy with this King of Cups, and this King of Cups reverse is bringing you into this kind of energy, bringing out that aggression in you to the point that you feel like fighting sometimes, where you're bullying other people because on some level you're imitating them cosmically, or not cosmically, but you're imitating them. Yeah, I guess we can use that word. We'll just leave that word in there. You're imitating them. And so what ends up happening is you become a version of yourself that's destructive, and it leads towards a breaking down of relationships. It leads towards a detrimental energy. And so you don't want that, right? Because there's a lot to celebrate. There's a lot to be thankful for. And I think that the Three of Coins, or the Three of Cups, is the card to really drive that point home. Here we have an energy of profit, here we have an energy of kindred spirits, socializing with friends. You can see the keywords at the bottom. There's definitely an energy here of celebrations, right? Reaching for people and just attracting the right kind of people. And also it's an indication that, hey, even though you may be letting go of these negative energies that are essentially forces of destruction in your life, you are going to receive back threefold, right? Threefold what you are letting go, you're going to receive back threefold in a positive light, in a positive energy, something that's really going to motivate you, move you forward, cause you to actually celebrate, right? I think that a lot of you haven't been celebrating enough, and I feel that it's because cosmically, or karmically, you are in a point where you're just not attracting what you want because of this energy. All right, so be very careful how you're abusing your power. All of you have incredible power. If you're watching this reading, if you're a light worker, if you're someone who is spiritual, you know and understand that you have immense power within you. And so how are you using that power? How are you abusing it, right? Also, I feel like some of you are sacrificing yourselves for this King of Cups reversed, and you shouldn't be doing that. You are sacrificing yourself. You're giving way too much of yourself to this person. I think that some of you might be dealing with a narcissist. Okay, I think some of you might be dealing with a narcissist, a toxic human being, toxic masculine energy here, promising love but not delivering, possibly lying behind your back, being a force of reckoning. So be very careful. Your spirit guides are trying to tell you, hey, wake up to the reality of this. Now, if this is an aspect of you, which it is for some of you, this is an aspect of you, you're being asked to address this immediately. Okay? Be genuine. Don't be a force of evil. Don't be a force that is destructive, that doesn't see the beauty in everything, doesn't see the art in everything. Be someone who sees it, who can simply just be by themselves out in nature and just enjoy the chirping of birds, right? Get to that point. Get to that point of serenity and fun and joy, and you'll attract kindred spirits, okay? That's what you're going to attract. So, yeah, Ace of Cups upright, King of Cups. There's definitely an energy here of new relationships coming. But the only way that these new relationships are going to come is to let go of the old, this King of Cups reversed, who is unfortunately not a force for good in your life anymore. And it's time to celebrate. It's time to have fun. Three of Coins. It's time for some teamwork. It's time for to ask for help as well. I think if some of you are too proud to ask for help, you may be missing out on further joy. You may be missing out on a process. You know, sometimes people love to be asked for favors, right? And we don't do it because it's like a sense of pride. It's like, I don't want them to know that I'm struggling. I don't want them to know that I need this help. No, it's too embarrassing, right? And that's where the conflict of the Five of Swords comes in. But in reality, if you were to ask for that help, they would open their hearts to you. They would feel almost like, oh my, this person values my help and values me as a human being and values me, yeah, you know, like something can be born out of an energy like that. And I feel that a lot of you, because of your pride, because of potentially advice from a destructive King of Cups, you're not doing that, right? And so be very wary of that, right? Be very careful. Now we're going to go ahead and throw some oracles and see what the oracles tell us. That's going to be the second part of this reading. I love these archetype cards, especially in like spirit guide readings, because they paint a picture of what spirit guides are possibly around you right now and what your spirit guides are trying to bring out of you and what they want you to be aware of. So we're going to go ahead and flow with these archetype cards. Let's take a look. All right. We've got a prince showing up here. And we've got a damsel. Oh my goodness. This is some Disney vibes right here. Alright, let's check it out. A damsel in distress and a prince in shining armor. Ooh. Okay, so the first one, Prince. We have here a romantic and charming and potential for power. We have here this archetype that talks about romance, it talks about charm. You know, there's a sense of power and dynamism that comes from just giving into this energy. Now, I feel like, and it's funny because it came out right under the Ace of Cups, so it's an omen that there's going to be someone new coming into your life, a prince, right? And I think that you know who this prince is. I think that this prince has been maybe potentially showing you that they really care about you. They're hiding, they're kind of being flirtatious from a distance. For some of you, for others, you have no idea who this person is. They have not made their presence known just yet because you do have the Ace of Cups right on top, right? So this is a brand new relationship, brand new connection. And I feel like the only way that you're going to obtain this is to let go of that King of Cups reversed for those of you that are going through that kind of, you know, chaotic energy with someone, right? Where it's just drama, 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 evil, evil, evil. Like this dude just talks bad about everyone. You know, this person doesn't really care about anyone emotionally. They're destructive. You know, they seem to have no personality. They seem to have no emotions. I mean, you know what the King of Cups reversed looks like, right? So, yeah, be careful of that energy. Really, sometimes you have to like sit down and really like take out a notebook, right? And just pros and cons, right? What are the cons? What are the pros? What do I see? What don't I see? If you leave it up to just your mind, your thoughts, You're going to miss things. So put it in writing. What do I like about this person and what don't I like about this person? And if you have a list of cons and like 2 pros, you know what you need to do. So anyways, romantic, charm, and potential for power. We have this prince. And then we have a shadow attribute, using power for self-aggrandizement. That's interesting, and I feel like that shadow side speaks towards the 5 of Swords. That's the warning from your spirit guides to you. Make sure in everything that you do, again, remember I told you, you have great power. Using power for self-aggrandizement is not the thing. You want to use your power and your influence for the greater good of your community, to help, to motivate, because, you know, karmically, we already know, right? We already know. You're going to receive that right back. So, yeah, romantic partners, I feel, or a romantic partner, I feel, might be on their way to you. Then we have the damsel, the damsel in distress. And the light attribute, let me see if this comes into focus for us. Yeah. All right, so the light attribute to the damsel is that understanding the nature of a healthy romance, and it inspires you to rely on yourself. So, you know, we talked about this. It's funny, but it's almost like a confirmation. We talked about this with the Ace of Cups, falling in love with yourself first so that you can give fully of yourself to someone else. So understanding what a healthy romantic relationship looks like, we go right back to the King of Cups, right? Right back to the King of Cups reverse. I think some of you have been in a relationship that has been so toxic for so long that you have confused love and healthy romance with toxicity. You don't know what true romance looks like because you've been conditioned by a King of Cups reversed. And so I think if you are in this situation, you have to give into the energy of somebody new, a new love, a new romance, someone who inspires you, someone who is trying to potentially show you just how much they care about you. You know, it could be through poetry. I mean, it can be through music. It can be through anything. I feel like a lot of you have someone around who really cares about you, a prince-like energy, a knight in shining armor ready to just dive in and rescue you, save you from whatever crippling energy you find yourself in, right? Whatever conflict you find yourself in. And so, you know, it's funny, but the shadow attribute is waiting for that knight to provide for you, right? Seduction by romantic illusion. And so I feel like with that shadow showing up, it's important for you to really see the value in yourself so that when that romantic knight shows up, you know exactly what you want, you know exactly who you are, and you can avoid issues of attachment, you can avoid issues of codependency, you can avoid all these issues that come from an abusive relationship with someone. This King of Cups could very well be an ex as well. Doesn't, you know, again, this reading is for a lot of people, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If it pertains to you now, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, King of Cups reverse could be like a past energy, could be like an ex, but I feel like your spirit guides are trying to bring to light the energies that are around you and what new things are coming and what to look out for. I think that a lot of you might be looking for things that are not great, or you might not be able to identify what a true romantic prince that is genuine looks like, because you've been under the influence of a tyrannical king for so long. So be very aware of that. Now we're going to go ahead and throw some more oracle cards. We're going to get some direct messages from your spirit guides, and we're just going to kind of ask here, hey, what is coming next, right? What is coming next? What messages do we have? All right, so your first card out, your spirit guides are telling you to follow the path of your soul. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. Boom, 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 boom. So now we have a little more information on the King of Cups reverse, right? Maybe potentially there's people around you, a divine masculine energy that wants to keep you under their thumb. They want to keep you in this energy of dependency. And that's what a toxic relationship, and you know, let me get my thoughts together. In an egalitarian society, it's important for both people, both the divine masculine, the divine feminine, to give their all to the relationship, to society, to be influential. That's what an egalitarian society, I feel, is, right? But if you are caught in this kind of conservative mindset where everyone has a role and it's your place to do this and it's your place to do that, you're in the wrong place. You're stuck in the past. You're not even in the present. You're definitely not in the future, because that's not where we're headed. So it's time for you to, tune in with yourself. Ask yourself, what is the right path, right? And if you're watching this pick a card, I think that you are in many ways progressive. You're someone that understands New Age spirituality in a very deep kind of way. So your spirit guides are trying to remind you of your power, right? One of the reasons that I love the stag is because the stag is a symbol of authority. We have here a stag that has this horns fully grown, or antlers fully grown, and right in the middle of the antlers we have here an immense power. And so it's a reminder that, hey, you are incredibly powerful. You are influential. And so you have to follow what you truly want to do. You have to follow your intuition at this time. And you have to stop listening so much to the advice of people around you, because sometimes that advice has hidden manipulative intent. And so you have to be very careful for that. Right? Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. Because I feel that a lot of you are on the right path. Your spirit guides are telling you that you are. There's a constant reminder of this, but then you just talk to someone, and you kind of forget that, or you kind of decide to go with whatever they think is best, right? And it's again this issue of like, I want to be liked by this person, so I'm just going to kind of follow along. And then we have here, look at that. You are unique. Your spirit guides want you to know, group number 1, that you are unique in every way. You're being asked at this time to be brave, to be a little crazy, but to be yourself. Okay? You, group number 1, are beautiful. Beautiful in every way. So you are unique. Be brave, a little crazy, but be yourself. And it's funny that it came out right under that King of Cups reverse, right? Because I feel like for a lot of you, standing up to that king is a little crazy. I don't know how much influence this king has. I don't know what your situation is, right? It's obviously this is a general reading, but right under it, you are unique. And it almost feels like this king is trying to rob you of your beauty. It's trying to rob you of your creative talents. This king is telling you, hey, I am better than you. And if this king isn't telling you that, he's essentially doing a little inception on you and trying to just sneak that idea into your brain that you need him to survive, or that you are not creative, or you don't have what it takes. And if it wasn't for him, you would not be as successful as you are. You wouldn't even be a person, right? That is the quintessential narcissistic, toxic, divine male energy. We can't even call it divine, right? So just be very careful with people like that. Be very careful with energies like that. They want to take, they want to hurt, they don't want to give. They're trying to steal from you. They're using you as a crutch more often than not, hiding things from you. So you want to avoid that. If you find yourself in that energy, you want to avoid it. Again, I think that some of you maybe might have a fear of losing something and then not being able to find that something because of codependency issues, or this desire to have a partner at all costs. But what your spirit guides are telling you is that there's actually much more beautiful energies out there that really want you, that are attracted to you, right? We have an actual romantic prince showing up here, and I feel like this prince is going to be rescuing you, right? Even though this damsel in distress is has a very progressive mindset of not waiting for the knight, and not waiting to be saved, but saving herself. We do have a little bit of a theme here of the prince and the damsel, right? So there is a bit of some Disney fancy here, where the knight comes and offers the damsel what she needs, which is really love, right? Love, romance. You're not getting it from the King of Cups reversed anymore. That's what this reading is telling you. So I feel like a lot of you picked this group because there's so many messages coming through. So again, take what resonates and leave the rest. But you have to find balance in your life right now, okay? You're out of balance, you're out of whack. This card has been coming out a lot in all of my daily readings that I've been doing on TikTok. And, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, you have to find the balance. You have to find what works for you. You have to find what areas you can invest in that are not going to zap you of your energy completely. Who can you give your love and attention to that are actually motivating you and helping you move forward, making you feel like a champion, because you are a champion. Okay, we see it here. And not only a champion, but you are unique in every way, right? That's why you've got this Oracle card showing up. You are unique. Be brave, be a little crazy, but be yourself. You know, you don't have to succumb to the energy of this tyrannical king, which we can't even call a king, because when we reverse the king, what we have is a cup that is spilled and a crown that has fallen from his head. So it's not even a king. That's like a parasite. So just be wary of that energy. And then let's go ahead and throw one more. Just one more to round off the reading. Let's see. Push through any insecurities. Boom. I felt it, but we didn't get any cards until now. So now we get to talk about it. You know, insecurities, right? You're insecure. That's why you're putting up with energies like that King of Cups reversed. You're insecure, you're feeling it, you have to push through it, you have to see the beauty in you, you have to see just how beautiful, dynamic, and powerful you are so that you can move forward and rid yourself of this, right? And it's funny that this card, it's on this side, right? So, boy, oh boy, very powerful message for you, group number 1. And that is all I see here, so I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. If you want to support me further, I do have a Patreon. I do plan on doing live readings in the Patreon and then uploading content there. But, you know, right now it's just, if you want to support me, go ahead and join my Patreon. If you're interested in private readings, I am offering those. You have to go through my website. The link for all that is going to be in the description. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for commenting. I want to hear from you, so comment. I'll talk to you guys later. Welcome, group number 2. You picked very awesome, almost a series of doors, right? Now, we're going to go ahead and zoom out, and we're going to look behind this door first, and we're going to see what your spirit guides want for you to take from it. Spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. Wow. So, a series of doors, series of passages, right? And there is a spiritual understanding here that you're walking through these passages and it's leading you towards a transformative experience, or an actual transformation is taking place. So a very interesting card, very interesting door. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to flow. All right? I'm just going to flow. I'm going to ask your spirit guides what they want to communicate to you. Whatever I see and hear, I will provide you with that information. But first we are going to shuffle. This is the Enchanted Soul Tarot. And we're going to go ahead and throw just 2 cards to kind of get the gist of the message. We've got, wow, Knight of Cups and 5 of Cups. This is going to be an exciting reading. Yes, because why? There's a new relationship coming. Some kind of new partner, I feel. We have here the Knight of Cups, the divine masculine energy offering their heart to you. Okay. Now, what I love about these tarot cards is that they have keywords attached to it. We have romantic, imaginative, sensitive, lover, knight, proposal, offers, seductive. So I think that a lot of the people that pick this group, you have a knight that is after your heart. They want to make you an offer, okay? If you don't, if they're not around right now, they will make their presence known. You're kind of walking through these passages. And I feel like with every passage that you take, it's like a step in the right direction towards this energy. You are attracting this energy at this time, right? You're attracting this knight. Now, I feel like when it comes to your current energies, you might find yourself in a negative state of mind. You have the 5 of Cups. There's a sense of loss, bereavement, trauma, despair, grief, maybe living in the past, too much isolation, loneliness, sadness. Those are the key words attached to this 5 of Cups. We have here someone who unfortunately has 3 cups that have spilled, and she can't move forward from the sorrow, even though she's got 2 cups in front of her. And I'm pretty sure that one of those cups is that Knight of Cups, right? She's unwilling to look up and see that, hey, there's someone out there. There is someone ready to pretty much swoop you off your feet, impress you, show you that they really care about you. They really want you. And for some reason, some of you just aren't seeing it. And it goes further than just seeing it. Actually, I feel that for some of you, it's almost like a state of being for you. There's a sense of sadness. There's a sense of just being in this constant state of just emotional disturbance and loss and isolation. A lot of you are self-sabotaging. A lot of you are causing your own harm. And you're doing it, I think, because of past pain, past trauma. It's led you to a place where you don't want to hear what anyone has to say. You've become cynical in some area. And maybe this means that you have just isolated yourself to your own detriment. Maybe you're convinced that you're not going to be loved the way that you should be loved, or that society has shifted so far into the territory or area that you don't like that you're not going to receive what you are trying to actually manifest, what you have in your mind, what you really want, right? And so I think what your spirit guides are trying to tell you here is that, hey, you are going to receive it, but in order to receive it, you have to become the Knight of Cups. In order for you to receive the Knight of Cups, you have to become the Knight of Cups, right? You have to kind of get away from the energy of despair and sadness that you currently find yourself in, and then just give yourself into this energy of bliss. The Knight of Cups is filled with just bliss. There's a heart literally coming out of his cup, right? There's just so much love for life. There's such a zest for life. There's such a happiness that radiates from the Knight of Cups that it's infectious, right? And so, you know, if you were drawn to group number 1, I think you should watch it because it's very, very similar energies, but a little different as it pertains to the actual person showing up. Here we have a Knight of Cups who actually wants to help you and love you. And on the other side of the coin, you have this kind of energy of like, well, I can't be helped. I'm so, things are just so terrible, right? There's just like this energy of despair. And, I think it's become very detrimental to you. If this reading resonates with you, if you find yourself under this energy, your spirit guides are trying to tell you that you are wasting your time. You are wasting your mental energy. You're wasting time. You're just wasting, right? You're wasting everything. You're depleting your resources in the pursuit of essentially nothing. When you should be happy, when you should be glad, when you should be jumping for joy, when you should be giving in to an energy of possible seduction, possible offers of love, right? I feel like if this knight hasn't presented himself just yet, he will. And also, for those of you that are in relationships, I want you to know that a proposal is coming soon. Okay, so if that is the reason why you are filled with such dread, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling with a little bit of despair and grief because things have not evolved and gone in the way that you want to go, this knight brings a proposal with him. So yeah, it's coming. You just have to be, you have to be patient. You have to try and come out of that shell a little bit more. Be more communicative. I feel that a lot of you have just closed yourself off to the world in a way that is very detrimental. And so it leads to sadness, it leads to grief, it leads to despair, right? You want to avoid that because those aren't good energies. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to make you happy. It's just going to add to the despair and the discontentment. So you don't want to give into that. You want to rise above that as much as possible, right? So yeah. All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep this reading going by throwing more cards. We're going to go ahead and use I don't even know the name of this deck. Who cares? We're just going to throw cards here. Let's see. Let me go ahead and shuffle these cards well. Oh, we got a horn, a honk over there. I think that horn and honk is because some of you are falling asleep on me or you're ready to click out, and you shouldn't. That is not a good idea. You should keep watching this reading until the very end. Say your spirit guides to you, because there is more for you. So if the reading hasn't resonated, just know that it will. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got here? You got 3 reversals, which always adds a layer of intrigue. So we've got the Ace of Swords. We've got here a card of ideas, idea generation, inspiration, a new job, clarity. Those are the key words. When it comes to love, we have rising above adversity and healing. You got it reversed, right? So apparently this isolation and this emotional dread and loss and possible trauma is leading you down a road that will keep you uninventive. It'll zap you of your mental clarity. It'll zap you of your mental energy. And so what that will lead to, unfortunately, is an energy of this Queen of Pentacles reversed. You don't want the Queen of Pentacles to be reversed, because what we have here is it's an energy that's completely devoid of any value, right? The Queen of Pentacles is someone who just roams the earth not knowing where to invest her time and money, so they just give it away freely to anyone. They end up attracting people like this, right? This Knight of Swords reversed, who's really just there to be uncommittal, to be a sourpuss, to hurt, to keep you in a place where this Knight of Swords is what you're going to attract with this energy of grief. Okay, you can attract the Knight of Cups upright. There's a lot of people showing up here, so obviously I think that a lot of your problems have to do with people. Not so much situations, not so much a job or anything like that, but it has to do with relationships. And so we have to really look at what you are doing right now in order for you to attract the people that you want to attract in your life. And if you are saying, I don't need people, what are you even talking about? Well, guess what? We all need people, unfortunately. We are social beings. We need people. Yeah, 100%. But I feel that a lot of you aren't in that mindset. I feel that a lot of you are just in a mindset where the quality of people that you have around you just isn't great. You're attracting a lot of these Knight of Swords who are uncommittal, use your words to harm instead of motivate, uplift, and it's because of this 5 of Cups energy you find yourself in, right? This grief, this despair, this trauma almost that you are essentially always in. It's like you're constantly in this sad energy. And so you have to get away from that, right? You have to get away from that because, number one, it's hurting your mental state. It's leading you to an area in your life where you are becoming someone who doesn't have very good ideas, right? And even worse, you're becoming someone who doesn't execute on the ideas that you have, which is the Queen of Pentacles, right? You see how this is like a 1-2 punch? This is like a progression, right? And you picked the door. Interesting. You picked the door of progressions, right? It's one door after another. It's almost like, if you are able to make the right decisions from the get-go, your path will be a good one. But if you start making bad decisions, if you stay within the energy of the 5 of Cups for too long, of despair and grief, every door is going to get worse and worse and worse, right? Until you find yourself in a dungeon somewhere with a psychopath over here with this Knight of Swords, hurting you instead of actually being the Knight of Cups, right? Offering you their heart, romance, imagination, sensitivity, a lover, right? My goodness, seduction in every possible way. So the reason why you've become this way, the reason why this is, and I don't feel like this is something that you've already become. This is just like a forewarning. It's a foreboding by your spirit guides telling you that, hey, if you don't change this about you, your path right now is going to change dramatically. And it's going to lead you down this road of despair with people that you don't want, instead of taking you to the road where you're going to be essentially very happy. Right? So it's like, I'm seeing right now you in the middle of 2 paths. Right? You are at a crossroads, which is why this reading came to you. It's why you're here. It's why this message is so important for you, and why your spirit guides did not want you to click out, because a lot of you want to click out because anytime your shadows are exposed, immediately you want to curl up. It's like, no, leave me alone. Leave me alone. No. Right? You want to go ahead and put yourself into that despair again, to that trauma. You don't want to listen. And so what ends up happening is you keep taking steps backwards, right? Instead of taking steps forward into what you truly want, which is the Knight of Cups. So, yeah, Queen of Pentacles energy reversed is not the energy you want to be in, because this is the queen that just keeps walking and roaming the earth and not really knowing where to put her money and resources in, not knowing where to invest her time, her efforts in, and everything that she does turns out to be something bad. So obviously you want the Queen of Pentacles that's resourceful, that's practical, that's realistic, that's a good partner, who's a helping hand, who's a nurturer of life, who understands where true value is in the world and directs their will completely towards that. That's what you want. That's why we're going to go ahead and put that Queen of Pentacles upright, because that is what we are trying to attract here. And then with the Knight of Swords, this could be very well an aspect of yourself, but ultimately with this Knight of Swords reversed, I feel like this is a representation of the energies that you can attract if you don't change your thought process immediately, right? So we move from the Knight of Cups to the Knight of Swords reversed. You don't want that, right? We have here, when we look at the keywords, shifts in relationships. And the fact that it's reversed just adds even more darkness to that shift, right? It's almost like this is the kind of person that cheats on you, lies to you. They're compulsive liars. They are just there to manipulate, to distort the reality. They're just there to have a good time at your expense, and they're robbing you of your mental clarity as well. We see here the Ace of Swords that showed up, right? Beautiful Ace of Swords. This sword belongs to you. This is your sword. You are the warrior. But here we see this dude with your sword. So it's like you're gonna attract people into your life. They're gonna rob you of your mental clarity. They're gonna rob you of your sword. If you stay in this energy of despair for too long, you do not want that. No, 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 no. Because they will take everything from you with this Queen of Pentacles, right? And leave you in a place of complete and utter chaos. You do not want that, group number 2. So we're going to go ahead and throw some oracle cards and see exactly what the oracles talk to us about. Ooh, we've got the Mystic. Okay, we're gonna use that card. But anyways, one of the reasons why I like using these archetype oracles in spirit guide readings is because they give an understanding of what archetypes and possibly what spirit guides are around you right now, what archetypes are most important for them, what they want you to do, how they want you to do it. It just provides very good guidance. So we're going to shuffle, and we are going to go ahead and ask for a little clarity, a little guidance. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, so the first card out was the Mystic, right? And the Mystic's light attributes are revels in intimate union with the divine. The shadow attribute is delusional rapport with the divine. Wow. So this is important. Why is this important? Well, it's important because at this moment in time, you are someone who is connected with a divine source, which is why you're here, right? You believe in these pick a card messages. You know that spirit is real. You know that the universe is sending you messages. But if you find yourself in this energy of discontentment, this energy of just dread, what your connection with the divine can turn into is delusion. Because for me, divine energy isn't an energy of complete and utter sadness and loss and constant isolation and despair. It's the opposite of that. It's the spirit reaching new heights. It's the spirit glowing. And with that glow, inspiring others to be the best version of themselves, right? That's what we are all being called to do. And so you have to revel in the union. You have to revel in knowing that you are alive right now. My goodness, this is amazing, right? And the thing is that a lot of you are not thinking that this is amazing. It's like, no, it could be better, but you don't know if it could be better. Or it could be worse, right? So go ahead and revel in the fact that you're alive right now, that you're even watching this video. Revel in the fact that we are here, that you can hear my voice, that you can benefit, that you can create, that you are beautiful, that you are a queen. We're going to talk about that queen right now. But, it's important for you to see the magic in everything. See the magic and the divinity in everything. Because everything is truly here for you. Everything is happening for you at this time. Unfortunately, it almost feels like some of you have been caught in this energy of waiting and waiting and waiting, right? For spirit to change things for you, and you are not changing it for yourself. And so you're being asked to take a little bit more of an active role in this process. Now, we move on to the Queen. The light attributes of the Queen is radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. The Shadow becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. Wow, 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 wow. So now we have a little bit more, right? A little more information on what might happen when you find yourself in this Five of Cups energy for too long. You become controlling and you become demanding, right? And so, unfortunately, with that arrogance comes challenges. And those challenges can just keep on mounting and lead you down that road to perdition, which leads to the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords reversed. But if you're able to really truly radiate the light that's inside of you, right? Just like the light attribute says, radiates the regal feminine, right? My goodness, uses her benevolent authority to protect others, then you're going to be able to tap into your power. And what that will lead you towards is that Knight of Cups upright, which, you know, it could be an aspect of you, obviously, and not could, it is an aspect of, it's an aspect of all of us. But most importantly, the first thing I saw was an actual person giving you their heart, right? Right now, I feel that a lot of you are in such despair and loss and grief that no person in their right mind is going to offer you their heart. You can't. Like, there's nothing there. There's no light. There's no joy. There's nothing. It's like, you know, some of you have just become such a black hole that whenever somebody comes into your space, you just kind of like turn into something that is in some ways destructive, right? So you bring them into your web of emotional trauma. Can't do that. You have to try and radiate happiness and joy, and it has to be truly divine. It has to come from a place of true honesty with yourself, right? It comes from a place of realization. Why are you feeling this way? What made you feel this way? Do you have a reason to feel this way? Why have you become so nihilistic in your approach and in everything that you're doing? Why have you not smiled more? Do you have a plan? And then here's the thing. One thing leads to another. You have to try and find where you went wrong in order for you to be able to make the next step, and for that next step to be the one that you need to make, right? So what I mean by that is, if you are realizing that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you do is question why you're even alive, you started off on the wrong foot, okay? That's just an example. It's all about the process. It's the mindset. And so that's the message here. You have to radiate that regal feminine. Go ahead and buy yourself that dress, right? Go ahead and buy yourself that lipstick, right? If you're a dude, go ahead and buy yourself that watch, right? Wear it. Go ahead and buy yourself that suit, right? Tuck that shirt in, right? Just do it. Buy yourself those shades that you've been eyeballing, right? Put them on, go into the crowd. Go ahead and smile at some girls. Why not, right? If you're a girl, do the same thing. Radiate. Stop, curling up like, I can't. I'm just going to stay in this corner. Stop, right? Stop doing that. Radiate is what your spirit guides want you to do. Now, we're going to go ahead and throw some more oracle cards and see exactly what the message is here. Have courage. Boom, boom, boom. Very powerful message. Have courage. Awaken the warrior of light within. Oh boy. All right, so this message, I mean, come on guys, this is getting a little out of hand here, right? With this radiating of light. Now we have an oracle card that talks about just that. It's a confirmation of what we've been talking about. Awaken the warrior of light within you. And I think that some of you, you feel like you're in this energy of like, oh, I'm a bad bitch, right? Or I'm somebody who's just doesn't take no for an answer. I'm just someone who just says it how it is, right? You've got this illusion of yourself that you're a no-nonsense person, but really it comes from a place of despair. It comes from a place of not accepting. It comes from a place of weakness. True power, true authority comes from radiating the light. of spirit. It comes from radiating that true divinity that's inside of you, letting it out, showing it, right? Not being the kind of person that just hides that light. So awaken. It's your message from your spirit guides. Awaken the warrior of light within. Start showing that light to people around, and watch how you start attracting more things into your life. And again, the thing that you are going to attract the most is this Knight of Cups. Like, this Knight of Cups is like the jewel. It's like the thing that you've been wanting. It could be an aspect of you, but ultimately I feel that this is an actual human being. This is like a connection, a very beautiful connection with someone. And the reason why you haven't found it hasn't presented itself to you is because of what you're radiating. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Release your creative energies. All right. This is Queen of Pentacles energy in oracle form. We have here, release your creative energies. Make use of them in your life. Very beautiful message. Very beautiful card, by the way. It's definitely an energy here of Mother Earth, right, in her most purest, most beautiful form. I feel like there is definitely something inside of you that wants to come out. You want to create, you want to expand your horizons. And I think that this is a way that you can come out of where you are right now. If you find yourself in this place of despair, which obviously a lot of you are, it's important for you to start doing something that you haven't before. Start drawing, paint something, make something with your hands. This is just a start. This doesn't have to be the thing that you do every day at 10 o'clock, right? Put it down on your calendar. No, it's not like a daily recipe. No, just do it once, right? And really give your all to it. Share it online with some friends. See what they say. That's a way of you radiating your light. See what kind of feedback you get. And even if you don't get any feedback, it doesn't matter. You've shown your light for that day. And it becomes a process. Now the next day you're going to go out into the world, you're going to smile more. People are going to start smiling to you back. You're going to enjoy that. And then next thing you know, you're walking through these passages and life just starts improving and improving and improving. And then 5-10 years down the line, you find yourself with this hunk of a person, right? Or this beautiful energy, romantic energy in Bora Bora. Are you feeling me right now? Come on, people. Anyways, release your creative energies. Something inside you wants to be birthed into existence. Just get it out. Now, we're going to go ahead and throw 2 more oracle cards from the Moonology, and let's see exactly what we get. All right, be real. Woo. Man, your spirit guides, man, this is some tough love, okay? This is some tough love reading here, spirit guides. What are you doing here? I say it how it is, guys. I don't sugarcoat anything. Be real. You have to be real with yourself. You have to be real about where you are. You have to be real about your situation. You have to look in the mirror and tell yourself, you've been in this energy for way too long. You're feeling upset. Maybe you're like, what are you doing, taking medication for it, No. You have to be real with yourself. What has kept you in this despair and this darkness? Is it someone? We do have the Knight of Swords showing up here. I don't think that the Knight of Swords is someone who potentially is there with you now. They may be, right? You may be so far down this rabbit hole of despair that you might find yourself already with someone who has robbed you of your mental clarity. And unfortunately, you're going to have to make the decision to let that energy go as well, right? So be real. Be real with yourself. Be real with the people around you. Just be real. Stop lying to yourself is what your spirit guides are telling you. Stop lying to yourself. Stop procrastinating. Stop doing things that you know that you shouldn't. That's not going to lead you to that Knight of Cups that you've been trying to manifest for yourself. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. Boy. So, there's definitely a lot of you that are in a place where you don't know. There's some fear. There's like, okay, but if I let go of this identity, then what am I? What am I going to, what if I start smiling to people and then somebody actually wants to talk to me? That's so embarrassing. What am I saying? What if I mess it up? Oh my God, no. I'm just going to go back into my shell. No, right? Who cares? Radiate. Be confident in yourself. You have the power. You have the ability. But you have to come out of that shell. Funny that, we have a little crab here and I keep talking about going back into your shell. But let your fears dissolve. Most fears are unwarranted. They have no power. They have no authority. They're just made up lies that we tell ourselves, right? To keep ourselves bound in some kind of existence that your spirit guides are desperately, and I mean desperately, trying to get you out of. Like, I think this reading is the kind of reading where your spirit guides are like holding you, like, pay attention, right? That's what this feels like, okay? And they're dangling the fruit in front of you. Like, they're trying to tell you, like, it's there, right? All you got to do is, like, do this, right? And just get it together. They're dangling that beautiful, wondrous fruit in front of you. But you don't see it because the Five of Cups, like, she doesn't see anything. She's got her eyes closed, essentially, here, right? She doesn't see anything. She's just wallowing in misery and sorrow, right? She doesn't see that there's two cups still standing. If only she would just open her eyes and see clearly. Group number 2, that is your message. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of the channel. Don't forget to comment down below. Love you. Hello, group number 3. You picked a beautiful door, baby blue. Just gorgeous, right? Probably the door that I would have picked. So I'm very interested to see exactly what this reading holds for us and to see what your spirit guides want to reveal to you. So first, we're going to go ahead and zoom out. And then we'll peek behind the door. The Odyssey. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. Oh, wow. I like this. Your spirit guides, with this card, they want you to take a trip. They want you to take a journey. They want you to go somewhere. They want you to have fun at this time. Interesting. All right. They want you to get lost. Wow. That's nice. Heck yeah. All right, so this is going to be an intuitive reading, right? So we're just going to go ahead and let the cards flow. We're going to throw some tarot, and we're going to see exactly what your spirit guides want to communicate to you on this day. All right, so let's go ahead and throw the 2 cards. All right. Oof. Look at this. So there's definitely some pain going on with you guys. Alright, there's definitely some pain. We have the 10 of Swords, we have the 3 of Swords. The 10 of Swords talks about hitting rock bottom, feeling some kind of pain or loss, abandonment, backstabbings. There's a sense of failure and dread with the 10 of Swords. This is your mind reaching a breaking point. I think that a lot of you are finding yourself in this energy. You've exhausted yourself, okay? And, one of the reasons why your spirit guides would like for you to potentially travel, get out more, have more fun, have experiences, is so that you can get over this, because it really is mental what's going on with you. I think that it's one of those things where, you just feel like things are not going to be okay, or you feel like there's an important chapter that didn't work out the way that it should have worked out. Your expectations weren't met. And so whenever that happens, it leads to heartbreak, it leads to feeling emotional pain, it leads to sadness, tears, which is what the 3 of Swords is all about, So, yeah, the only way that you're going to get over this is to get out of your comfort zone and go on a journey. Go somewhere, see something new, It can be an actual physical journey, which I think that for a lot of you it is, or it could just be a journey of the mind, maybe reading a book, watching something. It could be that simple for some of you, but I feel that for most of you, this is an actual trip somewhere. Go somewhere new, travel somewhere, see something new, experience something, right? Just do it. And then once you take that journey, don't stop worrying, stop thinking, stop overanalyzing everything. Just know that you are right now in a place of Zen, and this is the time for you to just let go of your fears, your worries, your inhibitions. None of that is going to really help you or aid you in any possible way. So I feel that a lot of you have hit rock bottom, and The beautiful thing is that if you find yourself there right now, that's the lowest you're going to go. So every day from this point forward that you're alive, it's a step in the right direction. That's what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. It's like, listen, it can't get any worse than this. What you're going through right now, it can't get any worse. So pick yourself up tomorrow and move in accordance with that understanding and that revelation. It cannot get any worse, is what I'm hearing. So whatever heartbreak, whatever loss, whatever betrayal you're going through, whatever pain that you're feeling, it will not get any worse than that. So pick yourself up and do something with that newfound energy. Now we're going to go ahead and throw some more tarot. Let me go ahead and shuffle this deck. And we're going to try and get a little revelation, maybe understanding of what is to come. We're going to go ahead and ask your spirit guides, for advice with the oracles. We'll leave the oracles for the end. Let's throw some tarot now. All right, so a little more understanding here. All right, so we have here an energy of overcoming. All right, overcoming. And so when it comes to overcoming, what I feel, number one, is with this devil energy, we have a sense of obsession, maybe possibly harmful situations when it comes to love, over dependency or attachment to one person. It could very well mean that you let go of something, right? You let go of that kind of energy completely. You've abandoned it, right? When it comes to money, maybe there's an attachment with social and material status. That's what the devil kind of represents. That's what the keywords show us. And so I feel with the Strength card showing up, you are reaching a place of power in your life. You're reaching a place of alignment. And I'm hearing this from your spirit guides. What you are going through right now, the reason why you're going through it, is because you are being fortified. You're being strengthened. You're being turned into someone who can take on any challenge at any time and succeed and win. Victory at all costs. And we see that reflected with the Strength card. And we have here an energy of strong positioning, or a sense of strong ventures ahead. When it comes to love, you are aligning, with your love, with essentially you're aligning with what Spirit wants for you at this moment, what your spirit guides want for you at this moment. You are reaching a place of power and authority. Now, a lot of you, I feel, have been hurt by someone. This King of Wands is showing up here. This can be an aspect of yourself, but ultimately this more than likely is someone around you. This is the person that harmed you and hurt you. Okay, this can be an ex, this can be a family member, but this is potentially a charlatan. This is someone who uses their fire to hurt, to bring you down, to keep you in a place where you are not able to recuperate from you, right? This is the kind of king that takes everything from you. You don't want this energy around, right? You definitely do not want this energy around, because what we have here is someone who's going to burn you. As soon as they get the opportunity to do it, they will burn you. So this King of Wands is an energy that you want to avoid at all costs. And the fact that we have this King of Wands showing up here next to the Three of Swords, which is complete and utter heartbreak. What we have is an ex, what we have is a breakup. And I feel like this person is the one that was in the wrong, right? Maybe potentially this is the kind of person or individual that used their influence, used their power, used their authority to bring this discomfort to you, to bring you a sense of dread and fear, and kept you in a place where you just couldn't see clearly for a long time. And so I think that this is one of the reasons why the cards are telling you you've hit rock bottom. It will not, and it cannot get any worse than this. Even though you've been through the trauma, you've been through the sadness, you've been through the separation, you've been through this emotional pain. This pain has led to loss, possible, feelings of not being good enough, feeling like you've been backstabbed, or actual backstabbing with the King of Wands reversed, right? Now, one thing to be aware of, do not fall dependent on things, right? The devil can be talking about addictions. It can be talking about crippling addictions, right? So just because you're going through this, or not just because, obviously this is the kind of energy that's very, concerning. It's the kind of energy that in many ways, you want to avoid, and you want to acknowledge that it is painful and it is a very negative experience, but doesn't mean that you can now start drinking or start abusing certain substances, right, to kind of dull the pain. That's not something you want to do. And that's, I feel, one of the things that the devil is showing us. And so what we have with the devil is an attachment to these things. Avoid it. If that is you right now, avoid it. Do not do it. Do not start drinking. Do not start doing drugs just because you want to avoid the pain of what is going on. This can even be like actual, well, let me not even say it. This is, exactly what I'm talking about here when I talk about dependency. I don't have to get too exact, right? This is a general reading, but be very careful not to also go and fall into the arms of people as well. Sometimes we try and dull the pain by just moving from relationship to relationship, partner to partner, and it turns into this thing where it's an addiction. You're trying to essentially find you're trying to run away from the pain of it all. And so you're doing it by you're seeking it in the arms of someone else. Can't do that, because if you do, then it will just keep you in this place. And so what you have to do at this time is travel. If you have to travel by yourself, travel by yourself. Your loved ones, you know who your support team is. You know who is there to help you, who's there to aid you, move you forward. Maybe there's new friends and family members that are there to help and assist. The Strength card tells me that you have gone and are going through a period of transformation where the strength that you obtain from this defeat is going to really turn you into a completely different person. A person that can really take on life in a very dynamic kind of way. And that's where you want to be, right? That's where we all want to be. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is something a little fun. Anytime I do a spirit guide reading, I love to use the archetype cards just because, it kind of gives me an understanding of what spirit guides are with you right now, what they really want, what they would like for you to avoid. So let's go ahead and throw just 2 archetype cards and see what is going on here. We've got Messiah, and we've got Victim. Okay, so we'll start with Victim, then we'll work our way to Messiah. So the Victim has a light attribute. The light attribute is prevent you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. And then the shadow attribute to it is playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, in the inability to maintain personal boundaries. Wow. And I did see that here, right? We talked about that, running into the arms of other people to try and dull the pain, breaking through those personal boundaries, right? And those things are not going to help you and aid you in any times. Do not play victim. You don't need to. It's okay to tell people what you're going through, but if you're doing it because you're trying to elicit a response from them, then you're doing it wrong, right? It's fine to meet someone and tell them what you're going through, but just don't be a victim, right? It's important for you to step into your power at this time. Be strong. Show the lion that's inside of you, right? That's what the Strength card is all about. You are powerful. You are able. You are going to succeed no matter what, because you are a lioness. You are a lion. All right? Believe that. So, victim, light attribute prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Very important message. You are not a victim. You are a champion. Then the other card we have here, Messiah, the light attribute, serving humanity with humility. Wow. And then the shadow attribute, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Oof. So that's a very interesting card, right? Because we do have here someone who uses their newfound strength, authority, understanding, revelations to help and assist others. So A lot of you are going through what you're going through right now so that you can understand other people's pains and help those people through that pain, right? So that is the Messiah energy. That is the Messiah light. It's being awoken in you so that you can essentially use it to be the light in the darkness for other people and guide the way forward. Now, it's important for you to obviously not exaggerate beliefs or, not believe that you are now that you've gone through this, you can somehow speak for everyone and, have this kind of like bloated ego, right? You want to avoid that. You want to remain humble. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to throw some more oracle cards and we're going to go ahead and let the messages flow. Let's see exactly what we get here. All right, so we have here, live playfully and with a light heart. I love this. I love this message for you, group number 3. Listen to the voice of your inner child. And that's one thing that I love to speak about, the child within us, because we forget about the child. Some of us don't. Some of us, we just remain children for the rest of our lives, right? There's always a disbalance there, but finding the balance, right? And so what this card wants for you to do is it wants you to analyze what the divine archetypal child inside of you at one point liked to do. It could be playing a guitar, it could be essentially taking care of birds, or just bird watching, just, you get the idea, right? You have to connect with that inner child, that divine archetypal child inside of you that's still there, always present, always looking to be entertained, to explore, to create, to reach new heights, right? Even if those heights are finding a colony of ants in the back and just playing with the colony. You get the idea, all right? You get the idea. It's just being playful and doing it with a light heart. Don't take everything so seriously. I think one of the things that's really shining through here and that I'm seeing from your spirit guides is that this heartbreak is going to harden your heart, right? Sometimes you can be too strong. You can be too powerful, right? And what I mean by that is your experiences sometimes turn you into a beast, a monster. And by monster, I don't mean someone who's evil and going to hurt people, but someone who's just no nonsense, isn't willing to take anything but what they deem worthy. Someone who isn't unyielding and unbending. It's okay to be unyielding and unbending, but sometimes you have to bend a little bit, right? In order to obtain what it is that you want to obtain. And so how do you get there? Well, remember, everything in life is play. We are here to play. It's the reason why we've reincarnated on this planet. Play, play, play. Do it with a light heart. Listen to that inner child. Let that inner child guide you. If you are right now, like your door recommended for you to go on some kind of vacation or travel or a far off place, if you find yourself wanting to just run crazy right in the street, do it. That's essentially what living playfully and with a light heart. If you're in a restaurant and you just want to scream, who cares, right? Yeah, you might get thrown out, but who cares? So, you get the idea. You just have to be playful. You have to be fun. You have to try and do things that are going to bring you out of that shell that I think some of you might find yourself in. Because whenever you go through a heartbreak, your heart hardens, right? You don't want to partake in anything. You tend to be a little more serious. You tend to be far more structured than you need to be. And it puts you in a bind. So make sure that you're finding that inner child. For some of you, is dancing, right? Dance, dance, dance. Dance is something that can motivate you, that can bring you out of this situation. We're going to go ahead and throw another card and see what the message is. Spirit guides, talk to us. Talk to us. Awaken the magic of your creativity. Look at that. Immerse yourself in the world of feelings. You have to start feeling more. And it's funny that the first two cards are the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, right? These are cards that are cards of the mind. I feel that a lot of you are just stuck in your head, constantly in there replaying the same old tape over and over and over again, going through the heartbreak, going through the dread, not living life, not enjoying life, right? Not being playful with things, expecting way too much, way too early. And so whenever you do that, you tend to just be in this energy of dread and heartbreak, right? Because you're not getting what you want. Instead of just experiencing life, instead of just opening up to whatever experiences are present right there in that moment, there's an expectation, and that expectation has left you depleted. And so it's a mental thing with you, right? Awaken the magic of your creativity, immerse yourself in the world of feelings, and you will have success at this time. Say your spirit guides to you, group number 3. Very beautiful message. All right, so we're going to go ahead and throw 2 Moonology cards. We're going to see what the message there is. We've got New Moon in Cancer. Relax, baby, relax. I like that one. So I think this adds to the advice from the door. If you're going to take a vacation, make sure it's one where you're relaxing. Make sure it's one where maybe you're going to a beach setting, maybe it's a river, whatever. You get the idea. A body of water. And you're relaxing. You're not thinking too much. You're not worrying too much about things, situations, events, none of that stuff. You're just there to relax, to live, and enjoy, right? That's it. Relax. There's really nothing for you to be afraid of right now. There's really nothing for you to feel like like things are just too bad. Obviously, there's some warnings here for you. Do not exaggerate your pain. Do not become a victim. Show your strength, because you are a very strong person. You can't let this destroy you. You can't allow or associate yourself with people who are there to just take from you, not help you in any possible way. There's true beauty and creativity inside you that wants to come out of you, right? It wants to be awakened. And so that creativity will lead you to your Messiah moment. It will lead you to this Messiah archetype. Through your art, you will inspire, you will uplift, you will find the people that you want to find that are actually there to help and motivate, as opposed to hurt, right? And burn. So the only way you do that, the only way you get to awakening the magic of that creativity, is to live playfully and with a light heart. And the only way that you're going to get there is to actually put yourself in a situation where you can be playful and lighthearted. Take that vacation. Go somewhere new. Travel more. These things are important, and make sure that you are relaxing as much as you possibly can. I feel like a doctor right now. That's what I feel like. All right, so we'll move on to the second oracle from the Moonology cards. Believe in your good luck. I mean, what a card to get for the last one. Thank you, spirit guides. Woo! Come on, group number 3. Hallelujah. Look at this. Believe in your good luck. So this is your spirit guides telling you, listen, we're working with you right now. There is immense good things happening for you at this time, okay? Everything that is happening in your life right now is meant to happen. You're going through a period of friction. Whenever there's dynamic change, there's always a period of friction where things must be realigned, pieces must be moved in the board in order to make space for the new you, for the new life that you are essentially embarking on. And so you're being, it's like this recreation process, but it is painful because you have to go through that friction. So you have good luck. Good luck is on your side, say your spirit guides to you. Believe in that good luck. The problem right now with a lot of you is that you don't really truly believe that you are lucky. You do not believe that things can go your way. And it's because, obviously, when you go through such heartbreak, when you go through such chaotic energies, when you give yourself in, like you did, I feel, with this devil energy, to your fears and your inabilities and your anxieties, and your, leading to emotional attachment and attachments to people that are not good for you. When you believe certain things that aren't there, and it leads you down this path to perdition, right? Once you are able to get away from that, you'll be able to see clearly the good fortune that is right in front of you, the treasure troves that you can just take only you can just get yourself in the right mindset, emotionally as well. So, it all starts with relaxing, starts with going on that vacation. That's what your spirit guides would like to see you do right now. Let's throw some more cards. I don't want to leave it like this. I want to throw some more cards. And what we're going to go ahead and do is try and get some information from the compass cards. These cards are more direct. They actually have direct messages on them. So let's see what we get. Look at that. So the first card out is trust. Okay. Let's go ahead and read it. To be able to rely upon someone to capitalize my best interests. To hold the firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. Wow. So this is talking about more than likely what you would succumb to if you didn't have the right guidance, right? Heartbreak leads to distrust. This card is asking you to trust again. Not everyone is going to burn you like the King of Wands burned you at one point. Rely upon people, right? It's important for you to understand that things are happening for you, not against you. Okay? That's the energy that you're going to find yourself in very soon. Then we have your altruism, to have selfless concern for and devotion to the well-being of others, to benefit others even at my own expense, to be charitable, and to intentionally and voluntarily take actions that aim to enhance the welfare of other beings in the absence of any quid pro quo internal reward. Wow. Doing things from a place of true love, unconditional love for the people around you. What a beautiful thing, right? It's something that I think this generation is missing. There's always an expectation. If I do good, I'll receive good. Karma. But what happened to unconditional love? What happened from doing things from a place of true love? That's lost sometimes in this generation. And it's something that I think is going to help you tremendously, right? We already know you've got that Messiah energy showing up, right? So you've got this sense of light and duty that's truly beautiful, and it's something that your spirit guides would really like you to align with, right? To really understand about yourself, all right? So, my goodness, I mean, this is a powerful reading. I loved doing this reading for you, group number 3. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this channel. Don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the video. Also, I am doing private readings at this time. If you're interested, I'm going to include the link in the description below. And support me on Patreon. There isn't any free content, or not free, but paid. There isn't any content that I'm uploading to Patreon. I will be at some point. I'll let you guys know. But support me. That's definitely something that you can do to help this channel and my work. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.